Angry guy here, and an OnlyFans creator gets fired, now homeless, blames men. An OnlyFans creator gets fired, now homeless, blames men. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the article. So, this is actually pretty intriguing. This teacher was sacked over OnlyFans account and claims her boss encouraged her to set it up. So, Sarah Jury was astonished to be sacked in June after her employer said her actions were putting its reputation at risk. The teacher was then sacked when the page on OnlyFools was discovered. And I mean, guys, I am not crying for her at all. After being fired, 40, that's how old she is, Sarah, 40 of Indiana, US, has continued raking in cash from subscribers. Her Sims. She already attracts almost 4,000 paying subscribers on the pay site, but now she has told how a discussion with her boss made her feel comfortable about her profile on the infamous site. So here she is, being who she is. She said they were impressed at a exotic dancer's earning of $600 could just to show up at a friend's bachelor party. So the grammar is off there. We all laughed and thought it was a great idea to start an OnlyFools page. And my boss said, "Oh yes, you two should start a page and sell your underwear on there." Sarah quoted her boss saying, "Men love buying underwear. You could make a lot of money selling underwear." She continued, "At this time, I had my page a few weeks, but that comment to sell my underwear on OnlyFools made me feel like, okay, my page is no big deal for work, and even my boss is encouraging me to sell them." There wasn't anything mentioned during this conversation that we couldn't have an OnlyFools because we are a teacher. We were a teacher. This conversation happened just a few days before I was fired, and it was never mentioned during my termination. I mean, it's amazing. It's like she could not tell a joke from reality. It's highly unlikely her boss was telling her that it was okay to do this. It's more like they were just joking around. I cannot, guys. Do you see how this is the reason why it's so difficult for even women to be friends with women, because they will take something so far out of context and then turn around and say, "You told me that it was okay." Bro, we were just joking around. It's common sense that you can't do something like this. The self-proclaimed women's empowerment and women's health advocate was fired when a man with a vendetta against teachers screen grabbed her pictures on OnlyFools and shared them on Facebook. She added, "The conversation made me feel comfortable to keep my page and see if I could actually supplement my teaching income with it. I was hoping to pay my car off, credit card debt, and take my kids on vacation. My hope was that I could find a way to still teach but not be struggling financially." She admitted being stuck in a financial rut and would cry in the bath often, and her kids dubbed her "Sad Mommy." Sarah added, "OnlyFools was a desperate financial move to help myself. I had also lost about 60 pounds and worked very hard at the gym while teaching and working all these side jobs. OnlyFools felt like an empowering way to put myself in a better situation." Guys, all these women call it empowering to sell, to basically throw away their value. And it's absolutely insane. So guess what? To follow up with this story, she is now in a terrible financial position. She's struggling financially. She's broke. And all of this has happened as a result of OnlyFools, because she was not making enough to actually support herself. Sure, it was excellent. It was extra money that allowed her to pay some credit card debt and pay off a few bills. But now she's lost her main job, her main source of income, and she is struggling now, and she's facing homelessness. And no one should feel sorry for her regarding this. This is actually a story I found over on Better Bachelor. And I can't, guys, I don't feel sorry for this woman. I do not feel sorry for her at all. She sold out her future for instant gratification, and she's going to have to deal with it. And not only did she sell out her future, she sold out her good name, and that's the name that her children will now carry. And when they go to school, they're going to face the consequences for mommy's actions, because of course they know mommy is a teacher. So all those kids know exactly who mommy is. And guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to be rushing out there to find the pictures of this woman. And of course, she has literally no shame regarding doing this. She calls it empowering. She is 41 years old now. 41. This is what she's up to. Guys, at 41, she's calling this empowering. She was working all these side jobs. Life was hard, and she had to do this. This is what all of these women are saying. They had to do it. They had no choice. If they didn't do this, they were going to end up homeless. Well, now she's ending up homeless, right? Now she's ending up homeless. She's broke because she lost her primary job for some dollars, for a couple of bucks. And look at what she's done to her kids. Oh, but they called her crying mommy. I wonder where daddy is. I really wonder where daddy is, because daddy is either Chad or Tyrone. Chad, Tyrone, or Chadrone, or Bradrone. Yes, Bradrone is real. Pookie, Ray Ray, Quan, Miguel, Enrique. One of them. All the colors of the rainbow. In fact, it could even be multiple guys, because these ladies, they like to have children with different guys. Different dads, different Brads, different Tyrones, different Ray Rays, different Pookies, Enrique, Miguel, Quans. They like to mix it up. They like to mix it up because it makes the child support flow better. Why just have one by one dude and get less child support? We could have a bunch by a bunch of different dudes and get more child support. Guys, you just look at this and you see how irresponsible these people are, and the fact that they take zero. And when I say zero, I mean zero accountability for the things that they've done and the decisions that they've made. And of course, while I do not feel sorry for this person, I feel very sorry for the children, because they're the ones who are going to have to live with the repercussions of mommy's actions. And mommy is not ashamed. Mommy's not ashamed. She feels empowered. How does a woman feel empowered doing these things? Because she's getting paid to do degenerate things. All these women call OnlyFools empowering. Guys, what does that tell you about women and their affinity for shilling their wares? It's like it's a thing that's ingrained within all of them. I've said it once and I'll say it again. In every single girl, there is the streets. By the time she's a couple of years old, unless it's conditioned out of her, it's over. By the time she's 12 years old, she's headed for the streets. By the time she's 12 years old, she's headed for the streets. The streets are calling out to her because the streets are exciting. You never know what's happening on the streets. There are so many women on the streets right now. You see my videos where some of these women literally say that every time they were doing well, every time they had a place to live, they just screwed it up because it's like the streets were calling out to them. There are many of them who literally say that they are homeless by choice. They are in the streets by choice, because they cannot let go of the streets. The streets have them in its grasp, and they love the streets. They love the excitement of the streets. They love being out in the streets. They love the people that they run into on the street. Even though they don't like the way women are treated on the streets, they still love the streets. This is the reason why the saying is that they deserve less. Okay? When it comes to women, men need to comprehend that they often give way too much. They deserve less. They deserve less. And it's because of the SIMPs why we are in this trouble, why it will never end. And that's why you have to just walk away and wash your hands of it. Because these women, they think that they're going to be able to live off the simp economy forever. And I keep on saying, these simps ain't loyal. They think that these simps are going to keep financing them. They think that these simps make them high value women. These women on this platform, they are gaining tons of attention, male attention, and money. So that male attention and money in their brain tells them that they're high value women because they're getting paid to shield their wares for, and also all this male attention. So they're being showered with money, praise, and attention. And it's convincing these women that they're actually high value women. This is why once you understand women, it makes it very difficult to want to be in a relationship with them. It becomes more and more frightening. The more you understand them, the less you want to be in a relationship. It's honest to goodness truth. That's why men are walking away rapidly from relationships, dating, marriage, these things, and instead choosing to focus on themselves, or if they want to find someone, they're going overseas. And that's how it's going to be going forward. And I said that trends become normalities and normalities become traditions. And 20 years from now, it's going to be a tradition. It will be a tradition for a young man to go overseas and find someone over there. It will be a tradition for a boy to find a little girlfriend overseas, some little Slavic girl or girl in East Asia or even Africa or South America, but not Western society. This is the result that we are seeing, the consequences, Western society and hypergamy unleashed in Western society. Men need to wake up. OnlyFans creator gets fired, now homeless, blames men. I want to know what you guys think regarding this in the comments. Let's talk about it there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.